Making AI videos today is easier than ever. You can generate visuals, animate scenes, and even build full stories with AI. But one thing still breaks most projects: audio. Because even if your visuals look great, if the voice feels flat, the timing is off, or the music doesn't match the emotion, the whole video starts to feel artificial. So instead of testing random tools, I wanted to try something more practical: a complete audio workflow, from voice to performance to music, all inside one system. And that's where MiniMaxAudio gets interesting. When you open MiniMaxAudio, everything is built around creation. You have text-to-speech, music creation, and a full set of voice tools, including VoiceDesign, VoiceCloning, and voice isolation. So instead of jumping between tools, you're working inside one ecosystem. For this test, I'm building a short AI video scene using Speech 2.8 and Music 2.6. Let's start with the voice. Inside text-to-speech, I'm using Speech 2.8 HD. There are other options like Turbo or older versions, but 2.8 is clearly the best for quality and control. Then I pick a voice from the library. MiniMax gives you a wide range of voices, and the selection panel is actually very usable. You can browse, filter by style, and quickly test narrators, presenters, or character voices. For this example, I'm using a calm, cinematic narrator. Now, this is where it becomes different from basic TTS tools. This isn't just about generating speech, it's about controlling performance. At the bottom, you have direct controls for emotion, pause, and sound tags. And these are what make Speech 2.8 actually useful. First, emotion. Instead of describing emotion inside the text, you can apply it directly to specific parts. So I shape the narration like a real scene. The opening is calm, then the intensity builds, and the final line becomes more focused and dramatic, because real narration isn't flat, it evolves. Then pause. And this is one of the most important details. Because timing defines how natural speech feels, here I can insert pauses exactly where I need them, before a key moment, between ideas, or before an emotional shift. And instantly, the delivery feels intentional, not generated, but performed. Then sound tags. These add subtle, expressive details that make the voice feel more alive, especially for storytelling or character-driven content. This makes a noticeable difference. The workflow is also flexible. You can enable long text mode for larger scripts, and there's automatic language detection, which is great for multilingual content. Next, voice cloning. Inside the voice cloning section, you can upload a file or record directly. MiniMax can clone a voice from around 10 seconds of clean audio. So I run a quick test. What matters here is not just similarity, but consistency across longer lines, and the result holds up well. It captures the identity of the voice and stays usable across full narration. This is especially useful for localization, training content, or consistent brand voice. Then, voice design. Instead of cloning, you generate a completely new voice from a prompt. You describe tone, style, and personality, and MiniMax creates a voice from that. This is perfect if you want something unique instead of using preset voices. Now let's move to music. Inside music creation, I switch to Music 2.6. You also have older versions, but 2.6 is the main one here. The interface is simple but powerful. You can add lyrics for vocals or switch to instrumental for background music. There's also a styles section where you define genre, mood, tempo, and instruments. And you can even upload a reference track to guide the generation. For this test, I'm creating music for the same scene. So I go with a cinematic, modern, emotional style. Something that supports the voice without overpowering it. I keep it instrumental. What stands out here is control. Instead of random outputs, Music 2.6 follows structure much better. So I define the mood and pacing, and generation stays fast, which is important for maintaining creative flow. When I listen to the result, it feels coherent. The instruments work together, the progression makes sense, and the track actually develops over time. It doesn't just loop, it moves. Now I combine everything: voice from Speech 2.8, music from Music 2.6, placed into a video scene, and this is where it really worked.
Rain on glass, I miss
works because both elements were created with control. They fit together naturally. The voice has rhythm, the music supports emotion, and the result feels cohesive. So the takeaway is simple. MiniMaxAudio isn't just a voice tool, and it's not just a music generator. It's a full audio workflow. For creators, that means faster production and more control. For businesses, it means scalable audio across languages and use cases. MiniMax also offers free credits, free voice cloning slots, and more accessible pricing. So it's easy to try without a big commitment. If you want to test it yourself, links are in the description. There's also a 20% discount on the yearly plan. And if you do try it, what would you test first? Voice cloning, emotion control, or music generation? Because the real question now isn't, can AI generate audio? It's, can it help you create better content? And this is one of the tools that's getting very close.